these being my crucial years. So they were not good songs. In fact, they were bad. How has it been 6 months of this year already? And now for the big news. There's a lot of things I don't know. Again, a lot of uncertainty. I was rear-ended, went straight into the back of the car. All of those adult things. Hi everyone, so welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new here. My name is Chloe, I'm 21 years old, still working a part-time job. Welcome to a new video. Today, you can probably tell from the title, the thumbnail, the coffee mug, that I'm going to be doing a coffee talk. Because today, I actually have something quite big to talk about, and I feel like obviously by the time this video goes up I would have already taken a quick break, and so this is my coming back video. It's a lot to sort of explain. I feel like what I need to talk about today isn't something that's easy to talk about, but it's got to be done. And I apologise for the state of my hair. It's second day hair, and I never know what to do with it. I want to say it's big news, but I don't think I could even consider it news, or at least I don't know. And I'm already starting drinking my coffee because I have got that funny head because I'm not I need to drink my caffeine. I just know that throughout this video I'm gonna get coffee all around my mouth, and it's not just this big thing that I need to talk about. Obviously it's gonna take up the main part of this video, but there are some other things that I need to talk about as well, towards the end, less big. And obviously we all know that I am gonna finish my coffee before the end of this video. I just feel like it's been a while since I've sat down and done an actual coffee talk. I bet you that's my neighbour. That's so fucking annoying. Oh yeah, that's my neighbour. Do we wait? Well, I mean, that's gonna keep happening anyway. I've just kind of gotten used to it at this point. I feel like there was something else I was meant to say before jumping into this video. I have done a little plan of this video, a little script plan sort of thing, and I've done it a little bit differently. I typed it out on my computer, so it's a bit different for me because I am used to handwriting my notes for videos. So this bit of hair is going to annoy me, and also that is going to annoy me, but that's just my neighbour because he's retired. Literally, as soon as I was able to start filming, my neighbour starts doing that. I don't know where to start with this because it feels like such a big thing. It's I can't just drop the bomb, I have to test the waters, but I don't know how. I think the thing for me is I am currently in a place in my life where things aren't going too well. I'm not I still have a long way to go in terms of figuring out my life. So there's a lot of uncertainty in my life, and I don't like it because I am autistic, and not knowing things gives me anxiety. I think that is also kind of normal for people without autism as well, but I also feel like I'm at a point in my life where it's my crucial years. This is the decade where I'm supposed to be figuring my life out. I am only 21, so in terms of my 20s, I am obviously only just starting out, and I've obviously got a lot more of my 20s to go. I've got a lot more time, but it does feel a bit like I don't have that much time, because literally I'm feeling like the clock is ticking on me at this point, because I turned 22 this year, and I feel like 18-year-old me would be like, why haven't you moved out yet? Why am I not living with my boyfriend yet? Good coffee. Oh, I swear, the universe is just not on my side today. It's probably not even that noisy on camera, to be honest. Well, I'm trying to film a fucking video. My god. Oh god, my neighbour just fuck off. So, with that all being said, with these being my crucial years, I feel like I'm at a point now, like turning 22, like literally. By the time that this video goes up will be in less than a month, I think. Let me check when this video is going up. 25th of June is my birthday, and this video is going up on the 29th of May, hopefully. So with that being said, with like these being my crucial years in my words, like my crucial decade, I have sort of made a big decision that I haven't taken lightly, and that is the main reason why I am sitting down to like talk about and film this video. And so I feel like I've got to go kind of backwards a little bit to kind of explain why I've made this decision. I'm not talking about it just yet, but I will get to it in just a few minutes. So a little bit of background for like anyone new, and also just like a quick summary of like my past, I want to say 4 to 6 years. So basically I spent 4 years in college, UK college. So my first year was a foundation year, because at that point I had only like just gotten out of like secondary school, obviously first year and whatnot, and I really didn't know what I wanted to do. So I went on to a foundation course to try and figure that out. And then from that first year, my second year, I actually went on to a level 2 music course, because I remember when I was on that foundation course, there was one point where I was doing like a music class in the music department like once a week, I think it was, maybe, and I really enjoyed it. So that's why I then went on to level 2 music for my second year, and then my third year I went on to level 3 music, like my first year of that, because it's supposed to be a 2-year course. But then my fourth year and last year, I had actually decided not to do my second year of level 3 music. Instead, I did a first year again of level 3 media. And the reason for this was because like I wasn't really enjoying my music anymore. Like I was doing the music course level 3 when the pandemic was going on, and I just was at a point where I wasn't like enjoying it as much anymore, and I wasn't liking the class that I was with either, like the music class, like because it had all completely changed from like level 2 to level 3. Like level 2 was like more like, had more of like a secondary school feeling to it, but also not. No, level 2 didn't have that feeling, no, sorry, but it had a very communal feeling. Like most of the people on like in that class were quite friendly, and it felt strangely like a little bit of a dysfunctional family. And so I absolutely loved my level 2 music course and the class that I was with, and the atmosphere was just amazing, like incredible. It was just so much fun. It was just, I remember it just being so much fun. That's my coffee almost done. And so then I naturally went on to level 3 music, and I did actually, so my level 2 music, I did get a distinction. Did I get a distinction? Yeah, I think I did for that course, so passed with flying colours. Then level 3 music, I became more of like a secondary school feel to it. I guess because because it was completely different. Like some of the people that I was on the level 2 music course with went up to the level 3 course, some didn't, so it was like half and half, but not really, because there was like a bunch of other people, bunch of new people on the level 3 music course, and they had just come from secondary school. So it very much started to feel like secondary school all over again. These people were like so just rambunctious and annoying and loud, and they acted like children. So much so that at lunchtimes they had to start closing the music rooms, because people were just messing about in there. And obviously it's very expensive equipment, especially in like a studio, which there was one in the music department, only one, but it's just that equipment is so expensive, and it's so dangerous if you were to drop something like, or spill something like coffee in there. And those people just had absolutely no respect for rules or anything. Obviously not going to name names or anything, because to be honest, can't really remember their names anymore, and why would I want to do that? Basically, I hated that year the most, despite trying to like focus on like my own work and everything, that was pretty hard to do when everyone else around you is acting like monkeys, acting like children. It was a college environment, for fuck's sake, yet they were treating it like a play school, like a preschool rather, and so it just really sucked out all of the fun. So that was one of the many reasons why I changed to media for my fourth and last year of college. And just like that, I finished that coffee. Do I have anything around my mouth? Yeah. I knew it was going to happen. I now have a glass of orange juice, and then I expect I'll move on to my water. That first sip always hits you, doesn't it? And so that was one of the many reasons why I changed to a media course, mainly because, you know, I also wanted a bit more experience and education with like things like this, with filming and like just production in general. And to be honest, I did learn a lot of skills from that course. And so that was like everything as to why I changed to a media course, and also the reason why I didn't do a second year of that level 3 media course is because I had finally just decided, like towards the end of that year, like the end of like the media course, I had just decided that I was done at that point. Like no more college, no more courses, no more education, not even university. Yeah, I had basically just decided no more education after that. And so I had decided that my plans were to, once I'd finished the media course, were to continue with my part-time job in retail whilst searching for full-time employment. That was about 2 years ago now, and I'm still in my part-time job in retail, and that's about it. Not really doing anything else with my time. I think I did start trying to look for full-time employment or just different employment in general, and nothing really went through. Like nothing really happened with that. It was just me looking basically, and that was it. But also I do think that me being autistic has something to do with that as well, because I'm disabled. I struggle with life anyway. People seem to think that autism is like something you grow out of, something that you don't have, and as an adult you like grow out of it. You don't. Still there, still struggling, but I am considered disabled. I consider myself disabled. I struggle with quite a few things, and I struggle with, what do I struggle with? Getting my words out, apparently. I struggle with a lot of things though, like housework. I find things just take me longer as opposed to like someone who's neurotypical. Like it could take a neurotypical person 20 minutes to wash up like a load of pans and like cups that can't go in the dishwasher, like a whole big load of washing up to do. For me, that would take me about 40 minutes. And generally, I just don't have as much energy as neurotypical people either. So it's like my health bar or my energy bar is like at 100, and a neurotypical person's is at 100 as well. And you know, they could do something making their bed 2 minutes easy, and it only takes up one part of their energy bar. But for me, because my brain is like doing so many other things, it would take me five off of that energy bar. So I'm left with 95, they're left with 99. I think that's just the best way to sort of explain it. It's not easy. It's definitely not. Like, because my brain has to do so much more work just to like function, create words. Like, I'm tired right now just sitting here because I also struggle with sleep. It's not been that great recently, to be honest, but I've kind of gone off track here, haven't I? I do tend to do that quite a bit, and I'm almost done with my juice. So what do we do next? Water. You'll see me drink 3 different drinks in this bloody video because I talk so much, but to be honest, there's a lot to talk about. Just like that, I'm done. Kind of moving off from that and like my whole education history, like what would I even call it, and just like a brief summary of what my past 4 to 6 years have been like. I guess you could now say we're moving on to the the present because we've just been talking about the past for way too long. And so we're now on to water. It's not the coldest, but it's water. For a while now, I have been thinking about, you know, what it is that I actually want to do with my life, the industry and career I want to go into. And like I said, it's been like a big decision. I've put a lot of thought into it. And it is something that it's been like a fairly easy conclusion to come to, but also it is something I've kind of known for a while anyway, so in that sense it's been quite easy, but also quite hard to accept, I think. It's just something I feel like I've not really acted on properly or appropriately. It is something that's been in the back of my mind for a long time, and that is music. That is the big reason why I am sat here today talking about all of this. I don't even know how many people will know this, but I have loved music my entire life. Again, we're going back to the past and reminiscing, but I remember when I was a lot younger playing a fake Hannah Montana guitar. I think it was like I was 7 or 8. I can never quite remember what age I was, like, for sure. I was around 7 or 8 years old, and so I was playing that fake Hannah Montana guitar and writing songs. So I had started writing songs at the age 7 or 8. So they were not good songs. In fact, they were bad. Thank God I have no recollection of them. I just know that they were bad. And it wasn't until I was like 12 or like the ages 12, 13 when I actually started playing guitar properly. I remember it was definitely like, I thought for a second it was like a birthday when I got my first guitar, but I think it was Christmas. I think I might have been like either 11 and a half or 12 and a half when I got my first guitar. But it was basically then around my following birthday that I actually properly started playing that guitar and learning. And then I've also been singing since the ages of 7, 8 as well. So, you know, I've spent my whole life doing music and, you know, singing, playing guitar. So in a way, it's a no-brainer in terms of like my career and what I want to do. And so because of all of that, you know, because of my history, my past with this sort of stuff, you know, I want to be doing more music. I feel like I've put it off for a long time, like just doing anything about it in general, being proactive. I've just been putting it off too long, and I just need to start doing more of it. Right now, like the past, oh my god, 6 months. How has it been 6 months of this year already? Oh my god. You know, I feel like for the past few months, I've barely gotten my guitar out. And when I have done, it's been like once a week. So that needs to change to at least 2 to 3 times a week. Once a week, I just feel like as a so-called musician is not enough, or at least in my eyes anyway. And I just need to be, you know, getting my guitar out more often and practicing more often. And then I also want to be able to like produce my own music as well. Like I've talked about this, you know, I write my own songs, although I haven't written a song in a long time. I do find it quite difficult sometimes to write a song though. And so with that, I do want music production to be my focus. And now for the big news, I am going to be returning to my YouTube channel. I just said YouTube channel, didn't I? I meant to say I'm now going to be returning to my music channel. I am going to be returning to my second channel, which has been dormant for a couple years now, or even like 3 years. Oh my god, it's been 3 years, because the last time I worked on it was when I was on my level 3 music course. So it's been a while. Yes, you heard me right. I am going to be returning to my music channel. I have like for the past month or so, I have been planning to reboot it and start uploading regularly on that channel. And like I said, like I keep saying, it's a big decision and it's something that I've not taken lightly, and it's taken a lot of consideration and brain capacity as well, to be honest, for the longest time. And I'm so glad that I now get to talk about it and be excited about it. But also, there's a lot of uncertainty around it. Like, I really don't know how it's gonna work, how things are gonna go. There's a lot of things I don't know regarding that channel. Like, I don't know how the hell I'm going to manage maintaining 2 YouTube channels, because I would like to try and continue with this channel as well, but like I said, it's hard to know, and I don't know how I'm gonna do it. I just know that it's gonna be very difficult and it's just not gonna be easy whatsoever. But it will be something that I figure out as I go, as things happen over time. And I have started planning to return to that channel, so I will definitely make sure to leave that linked down in the description, because the first video may or may not be coming out the same week that this video goes up. Shit. I've got 3 videos going up the same week that this is going up, like this being one of them. I don't think that's gonna work. I'm gonna need to do a bit of a rejig with my schedule. 3 videos over 2 channels. I don't think that's gonna happen. So I will make sure to leave that channel linked down below, so you can go and check it out. Subscribe if you so wish to. Obviously, I know it's not gonna be everyone's like cup of tea. That'll just be linked down below for those who would like to go over and check it out and wait for my first video to come out over there. For the month of June, I've kind of decided that the entire month is going to be like a trial month for that channel. So if I decide that it's too much towards the end of June, I may stop for a little while. Like I said, I really don't know how any of this is going to work. Like, it's a lot of uncertainty. It's just a case of figuring things out as I go. So if June goes well, I will definitely continue with that channel if it does. And like I said, if it does get too much, we can cross that bridge when we get to it, If it's necessary as well, I will take like a week off or a break if it's needed, like from this channel, from my music channel, like either of them. Like, I could take a break from this channel to just focus on that channel, or vice versa. I could take like a couple weeks away from that channel to just focus on this channel. But I do want my music channel to be more of a priority than this one for the first few months anyway, at least, because obviously it's something that I've put a lot of thought and consideration into, and I don't want to just stop doing that because I know it'll make me feel crappy about myself. Or if necessary, I will even just take like a couple weeks off of both channels just to like catch up with things and whatnot. We're just gonna see how it all goes. We're gonna roll with it. We're gonna roll with the punches. And then, like I've also said, towards the end of June is my birthday, my 22nd. For my birthday, obviously there are gonna be like a few bits that I ask for, a few small bits, but then I'm also going to be asking for obviously I'll probably get some birthday money anyway that I can then put towards a MacBook. And there's a lot of different reasons why I want a MacBook. Obviously, one being because of music production and whatnot. I want to be able to use Logic Pro X, I'll get to that in a minute. But also just, I need some portability. I've had my PC for, I want to say 5 something years now. I think I got it for my 18th birthday. Oh my god, if I did, oh my god. And I just really need to be able to move about a little bit more and not be stuck to my desk, because obviously I can't move my PC around, which is why I would like a MacBook. Obviously I'm not going to be able to buy a MacBook outright with my birthday money, but it'll just be money that I'm able to put towards it, and then I need to start saving up to put some of my own money towards it as well. And it's going to be something that I pay for over time. And also not just like that either, I just want to be able to like obviously move around and be a bit more portable with like my work, and like writing as well. I want to be able to write in different places and not be stuck to my desk. So like creativity reasons is, you know, it really just comes down to like creativity reasons. And also I really want to be able to use DaVinci Resolve for editing again, because I've had to go back to Lightworks because my PC, because DaVinci Resolve, it was originally DaVinci Resolve 17 and it was like a beta thing, a beta version, and then it was obviously updated, you know, because I could use a 17 on my PC, but now it's just DaVinci Resolve 18 and is no longer compatible on my PC. I just really want to be able to use DaVinci Resolve again because I miss it. I miss the easier interface. Lightworks isn't the easiest, I'm not gonna lie. It's done me a good service for the past few months since I've been back. So in that sense, I'm not complaining. It's just, I liked DaVinci Resolve so much. I just want it back. And then music production is also another one of those reasons why I would like to get a MacBook, like just after my birthday. Also, that would be good for like Camp NaNoWriMo, I feel like. Do you like Camp NaNoWriMo? We'll get to that in a minute. The reason why I say Logic Pro X in terms of like music production is because a while ago, my boyfriend, because I actually met my boyfriend at college. I was on a level 2 music course, he was on a level 3 music course. 1 year, I think it was like his second year, he got a grant and he was able to get like a MacBook from CEX and Logic Pro X. So, but then the MacBook stopped working, but he still has like an Apple ID for Logic Pro X. So my hope is that I'll be able to use his Apple ID for that. But also I may actually, you know, purchase a Logic Pro X myself at some point. I can't see that happening in like the near future. It'll probably be more like the far future when, I don't know, we're living together, we both have a MacBook. I don't know. Again, a lot of uncertainty, but you know, buying that just isn't in the cards for me right now. It'll be a long time before that even happens, I think. And so in terms of the big update, I think that is everything, but I do have a couple of other things I'd like to talk about before I have to go. So in terms of everything else, because we need to talk about the other things going on in my life at the moment, and hopefully like plans for the near future / this year as well. So I really would like to think that I could get a new job at some point this year. I am going to start looking for new jobs. It's just sometimes I think it's a bit difficult because obviously I'm considered disabled and I need certain accommodations, and some places aren't willing to like give you those accommodations. I know Tesco is a good place, but honestly I really don't know where I want to work, because I do need better pay, better hours ideally, instead of like 16 hours a week. As much as I love it sometimes, 16 hours a week is really not that much. So I'm gonna be like starting to look for jobs again, and also hopefully we'll start actually applying to new jobs as well. I'm also still taking driving lessons. I feel like this time last year I was saying that I've started driving lessons, you know, yay and whatnot, and then I took my theory test last August and passed, but I'm still taking driving lessons now. Getting a driving test, like a practical driving test, it's really difficult to get a practical at the moment, but I do actually have one booked for the end of August. I have a feeling I might keep it because my lessons have dropped to like once a fortnight now instead of once a week, which is definitely easier on my bank account. It's definitely easier on my bank account. I like driving. Probably not going to be saying that in a few months time once I pass my test and I have no one sat next to me. I hope I pass my practical. I would think that I would, considering, you know, by the time I take that test I would have had over a year driving lessons, which in a way is frustrating but also not, because it means I'll be slightly more prepared than most people who take their test. But then to be fair, August does still seem quite far away. I'm actually hoping that the day of that test I'll be able to book that off of work, because I think it's at like 1:30 in the afternoon. There is still some stuff that I need to brush up on in terms of driving, but otherwise my instructor is saying that like I should be taking my test sooner than my actual test date, which is frustrating because it's really hard to get any like cancellation. But also on the topic of like driving and cars and whatnot, because my lessons have now dropped down to like once a fortnight with my actual driving instructor, I have been like going out practicing with my mum, but unfortunately I can't do that anymore because I was involved in a minor car accident, and I'm smiling and I don't know why. Basically, I was rear-ended, a car went into the back of mine. Luckily I was at a roundabout, you know, I had stopped, probably not the best idea, and I don't want to talk about it too much because I had stopped a roundabout because it wasn't safe to go, because there was like a car coming round and the car that was behind me was too close. Thought it was gonna go, rear-ended me, went straight into the back of the car. Luckily, because we were pretty much stationary, you know, stopped, it was low impact, but it was still quite a shock when it happened. So my car is now like, I don't know what's going on with insurance companies, but basically I don't have a car to practice in now because obviously they need to like, I don't know, it's like a no fault claim or something. I wouldn't know, don't know a fucking thing about that sort of stuff. I just know that I can't drive my car at the moment and I will need to get a new one because I don't think I'd be able to drive that same one ever again. And my dad just fixed the clutch on it as well. That's so annoying, it really is. Luckily the damage is minor to the car, and you know, I'm okay, my mum's okay, the other driver was okay. It was just a little bit of damage to both of the cars and literally that was it. But you know, otherwise everything was okay. So at some point this year I'll be getting a new car as well, but I reckon it's going to be a long time before that. And then I also just need to like start saving up properly again. Like with my money, I'm so bad with money. I just need to be saving up like a lot now for just general life things. Yeah, getting a new car is going to be expensive, and obviously I probably won't, well, I probably will insure that with my provisional. I won't insure that, my parents will. I just need to be saving up because fuel is expensive. Cars are just expensive in general. Life is expensive. Like a lot of things are expensive. Houses, like you can't fucking own a house anymore because they're too fucking expensive. Why would I want to do that anyway? Definitely not gonna happen in the next 10 years, like owning a house. Renting maybe, but not actually owning. My parents own this house, but they got this house a long time ago. Gone off topic so far. And then in terms of writing, we are coming towards the end of this video now because I've talked for so long, but I have talked for so long now that I feel like I just want to go get on with other stuff. But writing is going well. I'm like sticking to a fairly regular routine with it, like 3 to 4 times a week. You know, I've got some sort of regular routine slash structure with it at the moment, but it's not every day. It's like 3 to 5 times a week, but I will actually talk about that in a different video. And I think I've talked about everything now. I've talked about my big update, I've talked about like my near future, driving, my music channel, be linked down below by the way, and I have drank 3 drinks. I've had my coffee, a glass of orange juice and some water. So I think with that being said, I'm just excited to see what the near future holds. I'm excited to get back into like my music channel as well, get back into that and just, you know, apply for jobs and whatnot. All of those adult things which I don't particularly enjoy. But now I think that is absolutely everything for this video. I've talked about a lot, I know I have, but that is going to be everything for this video. If you enjoyed it, make sure to give it a big thumbs up. Also make sure to subscribe down below and ding the bell to be notified for every single time I upload, and make sure you also go ahead and do that on my music channel as well if you're interested. And thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!